Hello, beautiful people. My name is Lara, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. Or welcome if you're new. I'm glad you're here. So, spring's finally here, and honestly, I don't know about you, but sometimes life still feels very heavy, even though the sun is shining and even though the flowers are blooming. And that's okay. In this video, I just want to talk about how we can start living a little more whimsically this season. Not in a perfect Pinterest way, but in a real, gentle, and also intentional way. Because I think we all need a little bit more whimsical in our lives. Like noticing small joys, practicing gratitude, and creating a little hope, even if life isn't perfect. Thinking about seasons, how in elementary school the classrooms would suddenly be decorated for fall or winter, because I remember that very vividly during my childhood. And you'd walk in and everything felt like different, like, when it was Christmas and they decorated the whole room. And I think even in today's life, even in our life today, we can take a little note from that. Like for me, it's definitely the small things like a vase with fresh flowers or a playlist that matches the spring vibe, or even switching my phone wallpaper. It doesn't have to be like expensive or extra, but it's more so about noticing that the world is changing around us. Flowers are blooming, the sunlight is returning, and life is kind of waking up and letting that energy remind us that we can grow too. Just like the flowers bloom in spring, we can grow too and start growing in spring. So, one thing that helped me a lot with living a more whimsical life is gratitude, like real talk. Gratitude is huge for me, and I don't mean forcing yourself to be happy or pretending that life is perfect. Life is messy sometimes and can be frustrating sometimes and sad. But even then, there's something to notice. Like, for example, a warm cup of tea, or a friend who texts you, or a moment of quietness, or the sun on your skin, especially in spring. More so, I also really believe that our thoughts matter. Like, they send signals to the universe, or just to ourselves, honestly. And if we can notice the good stuff, even in small ways, it kind of changes how we feel and what we attract. Like, of course, it doesn't fix everything, but it gives a little more room for hope and also a little more room for magic to creep in. Another huge part is to slow down and notice. Like, sometimes I forget to slow down. I don't know if you can relate, but I used to rush a lot. And then I will walk somewhere without my phone or take a street I've never walked before, and suddenly life feels much bigger. Like I notice things that I would miss or that I would have missed, like a tiny flower or someone's dog just in a little jacket or sunlight hitting a tree. And if you really take your phone away for once during a walk, you can notice things that you may never have noticed before in your life. So you don't need a lot of time, like maybe 10 minutes or maybe 15. Just slowing down and noticing feels like a mini reset. At least for me, it really helped me. You're like giving yourself permission to kind of be present. Because usually, if you rush things, it doesn't matter what, then you're not really present. And I always wonder and used to ask myself all the time, why am I even rushing? Like, for what? Also, what is really big for me that has helped me is journals, books, and reflections. I've been carrying my journal and a book with me a lot lately. Like, I write down random thoughts, little observations, and things I'm grateful for. Even just a few sentences makes my day kind of feel like more intentional. And, like I actually invested in my day instead of scrolling or doom scrolling on social media endlessly. And, spring is also perfect for this. Like, you can think about what you've outgrown and what rhythms you're returning to, or what you're planting in your life, and what are your goals, your dreams this year, or like metaphorically what feels thawed, like what feels frozen, or even small reflections um, like that make a difference. Another thing that you can implement in your life to feel more whimsical are little rituals and whimsy. Like, I feel like whimsy isn't something you buy. Like, it's in small rituals, like making tea slowly, or lighting a candle, or flipping your wallpaper to match the season, or using a favorite plate or napkin, or even folding laundry like it's a tiny luxury, or arranging flowers, or buying different kinds of flowers, or even picking flowers and arranging them into your own bouquet. Like, it's like giving ordinary things a little creative direction. And I feel like life feels more alive when you do that. I don't know, maybe it's silly, but it works for me. Also, what is really important that I want you to know and implement is overall generally saying connection and joy. Like, another thing I've realized, whimsy isn't just like solo or doing all the things by yourself, but it's in connection too. Like inviting a friend over, or go for a walk, or share a cup of tea. I feel like joy multiplies when you share it. And it doesn't have to be perfect or Instagram me, or, like I said, Pinteresty. Like, just being fully present and kind is enough. Sometimes I feel like the world tells us we have to have everything figured out to enjoy life. And I talked about this in my recent video. But really, it's about small moments of connection and also softness. And I feel like those are really the things that stick with you. And let's be real, life isn't all sunshine. Like, there are hard days, there are lonely days and anxious days, but that's also okay. Like, whimsy doesn't erase that. It just gives us like little pockets of softness and hope to hold on to. And I think that's really important, especially in our daily lives or in today's world. And even noticing one small joy in a day, or sending one kind message to a person, or spending a few minutes outside, touching some grass, or going on grass barefoot, and or hugging a tree actually also really helps. It gives you the energy of the earth, and that's enough to keep your heart a little lighter, and maybe also makes you enjoy life a little bit more and worry a bit less. So, what I mentioned in this video, I said that thoughts shape reality, and I keep coming back to this idea. Like, your thoughts really do matter. Like, they shape your energy and the way you experience life. And focusing on hope, gratitude, small joys, and beauty, even when things are not perfect, because, like, let's be honest, when are things really perfect? But it pulls more of that into your world. Like, of course, you can't control everything, and you don't have to control everything, but you can choose to notice things differently. And sometimes noticing differently is enough to start living a more whimsical life. So, with that being said, I hope that this spring you can notice the little things more, like flowers, sunlight, fresh air, the grass under your feet, and slow down even for 10 minutes and be grateful, intentional, even when life feels messy. And carry your thoughts in a journal or book, and be colorful. Maybe wear something that you haven't worn before, some color, like try out new colors. Make small rituals for joy and connect with people in real and soft ways, and have meaningful conversations, and have a picnic outside. Like, life doesn't have to be perfect to feel magical, but you don't need a big change. Just a little attention, a little something, like a little softness, and a little hope goes a long way. Take care of yourselves and let yourself see the beauty around you, because it's there. I promise, it's there, and you will see. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy your spring and implement some of the ideas that I've told you, and maybe you have more things to share and more thoughts on that. Like, honestly, this video I just wanted to talk about, like feeling a little bit more whimsical and like just being real, especially with spring coming. And I hope this video was helpful for you and you enjoyed watching it. And if you have thoughts on that, then I would appreciate it a lot if you could share them in the comments below and we can, share each other's ideas. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. And yes, thank you a lot and see you next time. Bye bye.